Good evening, everyone. This is Wayne, and this is the video version of the trade report for Monday, November 27th, 2017. We had a bit of a murky session today on Cyber Monday. Compared to last Friday, that was very quiet, half a day, Black Friday trading. We went to new highs in the S&P, got a milestone of 2,600. It was very exciting. My intention was to write a trade report and possibly do a video over the weekend, but I forgot how busy Thanksgiving weekend actually is. So here we are. Markets took off to the upside right at the open, but kind of couldn't figure out what they wanted to do to stay to the upside. So they decided that it was maybe best to take a little bit of a breather, come down a little bit, and then start doing what it does best and just kind of start moving slowly to the upside here. And as we found the midday, volume really dropped off today, and we just chopped around, and there really wasn't a whole lot to do here. Right now, as you can see, we are in the extended session, which starts at the beginning of this gray area right here. And we are going lower. We're down about 4 points on the S&P futures. And you can see also that the NASDAQ futures are drooping. The Dow futures are drooping. And even the Russell futures are drooping. So we've got some real consistency with the down move here. And you can see that little splash of green that just showed up. So we might have found a place of consolidation, but that remains to be seen. There's a lot of time left in the extended session and the overnight. So anyway, today being Cyber Monday, we expected there to be stocks like Amazon and Baba and other retailers, Best Buy, Bed Bath & Beyond, just a lot of maybe Overstock.com, places like that would be the beneficiaries of a Cyber Monday trade. Well, Amazon did well. It closed up $9.83, but it was actually up about $15 higher than that at the high of the day. So the fact that it backed off so much today is kind of an interesting omen, I think, for tomorrow. I did buy a put in Amazon, which means that I am looking for Amazon to retreat. It has had one heck of a run, and there are a lot of analysts out there who have their price targets set at 1,200. So at this point, the market is viewing Amazon as possibly having found what it was looking for, and now it's quite possible we'll get a little bit of this kind of action. And as we move into the end of the year, not necessarily a lot of downside, but maybe some moderating around somewhere between 1150 and 1175. There's still a lot of bullishness in Amazon, and obviously it is very, very difficult to keep a good stock down, and it's the best of breed right now. So I'm not betting against it wholeheartedly, but I am taking what would be considered a contrarian trade in it for the purpose of a short-term pop and profit. So you can see where we have what's known as an abandoned baby, or possibly a shooting star, one of the two, and I think it's a shooting star. I need to get a little bit more adept with my my candlestick identifying. So, but I do know that this particular configuration here usually results in some downside. So that's what I'm looking for in Amazon. Now, does that mean the rest of the market's going to follow? No, not necessarily. But when you have a leader that begins to sell, oftentimes the rest of the market follows suit. So we'll see. Now, Apple was down all day today. Baba was down all day today. Baidu was down all day today. So there were plenty of stocks that were in the red that for a Cyber Monday you wouldn't think would be in the red. But that being said, it is what it is. Price is truth, and the market must be respected and traded and invested in accordingly. So as we look to tomorrow, I'm I'm just in observation mode still. There's nothing I'm necessarily looking for except maybe some consolidation, maybe for the market to figure out what it wants to do next now that S&P is at 2600 and there were new highs made across the board on Friday, and we just had a market that you may be a little overheated. We'll see. It needs a little bit of a breather. It needs to come down a little bit. That's in keeping with normal market action and activity. The one thing in this market that's keeping everyone kind of distracted, I guess, is Bitcoin. Now, I did write about this in the written version of the trade report, but Bitcoin is just becoming this anomaly of I don't even know what to call it. It's just an anomaly. And it is quite possible that if Bitcoin begins to shudder and shake a little bit and maybe pull back, that could actually be an impetus for the rest of the market to begin trailing off as well. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of positive energy, and a lot of money has been poured into Bitcoin. And there's a lot of interesting information out there about Bitcoin, about how fragile it is, how unstable it is, how limited it is. There's only a certain amount of Bitcoin, yet somehow, some way, it continues to be able to be rotated in the trading spectrum and go higher and higher. I don't understand it, and I don't trade what I don't understand. All I can tell you is I know what I see, and there's this bright and shiny object dynamic associated with Bitcoin that is, I think, perpetuating some bullishness in this market. So watch for that. If Bitcoin begins to get a little bit overbought, well, it already is a little bit overbought, gets a little bit of a shadow cast on it, let's say, watch the rest of the market and see how it behaves and responds. And as always, be careful, always hedge. And with that, I will bid you farewell, and good night and good trading.